Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning into this video. Today I construct two top 5 lists. I rank the 5 teams most likely to make the NFL postseason this coming year, in spite of the fact that they missed the postseason last year, so teams like the Chiefs, Ravens, and 49ers would be ineligible. I rank the 5 teams most likely to miss the NFL postseason this coming year, in spite of the fact that they made the postseason last year, so teams like the Patriots, Panthers, and Broncos would be ineligible. Before we begin, I remind you to hit the like button if you enjoy this video, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and to click the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Let's get started. We begin with the make list, and at number 5, you're going to notice a common theme throughout the make list, and that is improved quarterback play. At number 5, I have the Indianapolis Colts, a team who was on the playoff border last year. They were 9-7 going into the final week of the regular season last year, in a situation where if they beat the Texans at home, they get in the playoffs, but they lost that game and missed out. Now, they were in that position in spite of the fact that they lost their franchise quarterback, Anthony Richardson, early in the season, and they still very nearly made the postseason with Gardner Minshew as their starting quarterback. I like Shane Steichen a lot. I really liked what he did with that Colts team last year, in spite of the fact that they had zero expectations whatsoever, and I think if Anthony Richardson plays a full season this year, they could certainly find themselves in the postseason. On the miss side, at number 5, I have the Miami Dolphins, a team that has made the postseason in each of the last 2 years. The Dolphins boast an explosive offense, led by guys like Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, and Devon Achane. And they are coached by a very sharp offensive mind in Mike McDaniel. However, the concerns are thus. They had one of the easiest schedules in the league last season, and although they went 10-1 against non-playoff teams, they went 1-6, including the playoff loss against playoff teams. I do not believe their schedule is going to be as easy this year as it was last year, and therefore I do not believe they will reach 11 wins again. There are also concerns in the departure of defensive tackle Christian Wilkins in free agency and the departure of defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. And even though he played a full season last year, we still cannot completely discard the injury concerns surrounding quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. At number 4 on the make list, I have the New York Jets, a team whose stock was at an all-time high going into last season, of course due to the addition of future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers. However, he tore his Achilles 4 snaps in and missed out on the postseason. Although the Jets coaching staff gives me a lot of reasons to be skeptical about them, the fact of the matter is that this team went 7-10 last year with probably the worst quarterback situation in the league. I do not believe Aaron Rodgers is going to be an MVP level player or a top 5 level quarterback. However, I do believe he is going to be above average, and that alone should boost the Jets up to 9 or 10 wins, which should put them on the playoff border. However, they are one of the most injury-prone teams in the league, and that is why they are not higher. At number 4 on the miss side, I have the Cleveland Browns. Generally, if I don't believe in your quarterback, you're probably going to find yourself on the miss side. I said it in my quarterback tiers video, and I'm going to say it again here. Deshaun Watson is not good anymore. The Browns defense was unbelievable last year, one of the 3 best defenses in the league. However, historically, having a top 3 defense one year does not necessarily guarantee having a top 3 defense the next year. At number 3 on the make list, I have the Chicago Bears. Although, like the Jets, I am skeptical of their head coach, the Bears got a lot better this offseason through the draft. Obviously, they drafted Caleb Williams with the first overall pick, and while I do not believe he's going to be a top 5 level quarterback right away, he does not have to be for this team to make the postseason. Much like the Jets, the Bears went 7-10 with well below average quarterback play. I know some people will try to convince themselves that Justin Fields is good, but no, he's not. They also added Rome Odunze in the draft, who will pair with DJ Moore, and they also signed free agent Keenan Allen. Right now, the Bears' wide receiver room looks like it could be one of the best in the league. And on the other side, the defense in the second half of last year showed great improvement. I believe that all of these improvements should bump the Bears from 7 wins up to 9 or 10 wins, which in the NFC should put them in the postseason. At number 3 on the miss list, I have the Los Angeles Rams for one very simple reason: Aaron Donald's retirement. This was a team that started last year 3-6, did go on a nice run to get into the postseason, and played Detroit very well. However, I don't see them continuing that magic this coming year without Aaron Donald. I like Sean McVay a lot, and Matthew Stafford, when he's healthy, is very good. However, over the last 2 years, he has been very injury prone. At number 2 on the make list, I have the Falcons. A lot of what I said about the Jets applies to the Falcons as well. Last season, they finished 7-10 with a quarterback carousel of Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke. Of course, they added Kirk Cousins via free agency in the offseason. Although Kirk Cousins is aging and is coming off the torn Achilles, I do not believe he will have to run very much because the Falcons' offensive line is one of the best in the league. And unlike the Bears and Jets, who play in very tough divisions, the Falcons play in arguably the weakest division in the NFL. At number 2 on the miss list, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and although they won this division last year, they really weren't that good. They went on a nice run to end last season. They were 3-7 at one point and finished 9-8. However, I do not believe that is sustainable for them over the course of an entire season. And as I said, Atlanta is going to be better, and I think it's highly unlikely we're going to see 2 teams in the postseason from the NFC South. I said that the theme throughout the make list would be improved quarterback play, and of course, this list is capped off by Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, when healthy, is inarguably one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL. He wasn't right throughout the vast majority of last season, and the Bengals, in spite of that, still finished 9-8. Joe Burrow's injury issues remain a concern. However, if he plays a full season or close to it, the Bengals are a top contender to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 59. And at number 1 on the miss list, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like I said with the Browns, if you don't have a good quarterback, you're probably going to find yourself on the miss list. Right now, it looks like the starting quarterback for the Steelers will either be Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. Russell Wilson, as I said in my quarterback tiers video, is washed. He is cooked. He is not good anymore. And Justin Fields, although he has shown some flashes, still has a long way to go to becoming a starting quality quarterback in the NFL. I like Mike Tomlin, and although he virtually guarantees that the Steelers finish above 500, simply finishing above 500 does not guarantee you make the postseason in the AFC. Far from it. And that will be all for today. I remind you to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and to click the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. I also encourage you to leave a comment telling me what I was right about, how right I was about it, what I was wrong about, and how wrong I was about it, and how I can improve these videos. I appreciate the feedback very, very much. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you all again real soon.